Imagine a world where the word mother is a biological relic. No morning sickness, no labor pain, no 9-month physical toll. Instead, your child is gestating in a pressurized silicone bag in a facility downtown. Welcome to 2050. The era of the human factory has begun. The question, are we solving infertility, or are we turning the miracle of life into a mass-produced commodity, the bio-bag? Explain how CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, successfully grew premature lambs. The tech mentioned the artificial placenta and how it exchanges oxygen and nutrients without lungs. The transition, moving from saving preemies to full-term ectogenesis, growth outside the body. Insight, the tech isn't the hurdle anymore, it's the ethics. Argument, health, elimination of pregnancy risks, preeclampsia, postpartum depression. Equality, men and women become truly equal in the labor market when carrying the child is outsourced. Safety, a controlled environment means zero exposure to alcohol, drugs, or pollutants during development. The human factory problem, subscription babies. What happens if you miss a payment to the facility? Does the corporation own the genetic material? The bonding gap, the vagus nerve connection, the mother's heartbeat, the microbiome? Can a machine replicate the soul of the womb? Inequality. Will natural birth become a mark of the poor while the rich optimize their kids in labs? The twist. Once the baby is in a pod, it's not just about growth, it's about editing. Script. If you're already paying for a pod, why not pay an extra $10,000 for a higher IQ, a faster metabolism? 2020 vision? The artificial womb is the perfect workspace for genetic engineering. We aren't just growing humans, we're upgrading them. We are creating a clean version of humanity, but are we making them weak? Without the mother's heartbeat, without the biological struggle of birth, are we creating humans without a soul? A version 2.0 that can't survive in the real world? Government-funded growth centers, thousands of pods producing standardized citizens. No parents, no last names, just assets for the state. Is this a solution to underpopulation or the birth of a slave race? The gap between the rich and poor won't just be about money anymore, it'll be about DNA. The pod-born will be superior in every way, while natural-borns become a second-class inferior species. This isn't sci-fi. Scientists have already grown lamb embryos in bio-bags. The only thing stopping them from doing it to humans is the 14-day rule. Legal limit. Once that law breaks, the floodgates open. Corporate feminism. Companies lose billions when women take maternity leave. In a world of pod births, pregnancy is no longer a career killer. Is this liberation or just a way for corporations to squeeze more labor out of women? Health optimization. Discuss the perfect environment. No microplastics, no alcohol, no stress hormones from the mother. The pod is a 100% sterile, nutrient-rich laboratory. The population collapse. Countries like Japan and South Korea are dying out. Artificial wombs are the industrial solution to a biological shortage of workers, the terms of service of life. Imagine your child is developing in a facility owned by a tech giant. You pay a monthly fee. What happens if you lose your job? Does the company pause the growth? Is your child repossessed? Intellectual property? If a company uses proprietary synthetic amniotic fluid and a patented AI to grow your baby, who owns the genetic rights? Can a corporation claim a 10% royalty on your child's future earnings because they manufactured them? The Repo Man scenario, a dark what-if about the legal battles over unfinished humans in pods. The tier list, bronze tier, natural birth. Risky, prone to disease, low-quality DNA. Gold tier, pod birth with basic health screening. Platinum tier, full CRISPR integration, high IQ, 2020 vision, increased muscle density, designer traits. The new segregation. In the future, your resume won't matter. Your birth certificate will show your manufacturing specs. Natural-born humans will become the untouchables, unfit for high-level society because they weren't optimized in a lab. The deep philosophy, the missing heartbeat. A mother's voice and heartbeat shape the fetal brain. Without that rhythm, what kind of consciousness emerges? Are we creating a generation of high-functioning sociopaths? Humans who have never felt a biological connection to another living being. Epigenetics. Explain how a mother's emotions turn genes on and off. In a plastic bag, that humanizing data is deleted. We aren't growing children, we are printing biological hardware. The summary: artificial wombs could save millions of premature babies. They could end the physical suffering of women, but they also hand over the keys of human creation to corporations and governments. The final question: if we are manufactured in a factory, bought on a subscription, and edited in a lab, are we still human, or have we just become the latest product in the global supply chain? CTA, leave a comment. Would you put your child in a pod for a perfect life, or is the struggle of nature worth the risk?